Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today is a very special day because the very first episode of Loki has released, and I have watched it, and I am here ready to talk about my thoughts on Loki and how I feel about the show going forward. Now, before I get into any of the main details about the show or anything, I do want to put up a spoiler warning that there will be spoilers. As well, I just want to talk about briefly how I felt about the show prior to going in and since the day it was announced. Now, when the day the show was announced and I heard about this Loki series, I wasn't sure how to feel. I did not know what was going to be coming. I don't know why in my head I was thinking more along the lines of like Loki just being kind of like a boring show. I did not know what the concept of it was going to be. It wasn't until that the trailer dropped that I was just like, okay, I have a little more interest and intrigue now. And with more and more information from the trailers coming through, talking about little things like sacred timeline and branching into the multiverse based off of where Avengers Endgame left off, and that's exactly how basically from 2012 Loki, him getting the Tesseract and escaping, starting another branch timeline and all that. So literally all that you see at the end of, not at the end, but in the middle of Avengers Endgame, and saw in the first trailer and everything, like that is literally the opening scene. Basically everything from Loki getting the Tesseract and escaping that time. So that's basically the introduction part to all of this. Now, how did I feel about the show? I can definitely say that I, so far, am enjoying it very much. It is a good show. It was a very good episode. And basically everything that I liked was pretty much most of the show. There were a couple minor things that kind of like not really bothered me, but just kind of yeah, just kind of like about. One of those things is how they did the DB Cooper plane thing. I, for some reason, thought that was going to be like some sort of like mission or something that Loki was going to be on later on down the show. But in reality, it was just a moment in time a while ago and everything that basically he just did that for the sake of just him being Loki, which is kind of funny, but at the same time, the way it was presented on like the screen and everything, like a flashback, being that Owen Wilson's character Mobius and everything was saying this is one of my favorites. He's like, I can't believe you were DB Cooper. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I thought it was cool how they did it, but at the same time, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting a little more from that specific scene and how all that was playing out. But other than that, I enjoyed the episode. And specific things that I liked about the episode would definitely have to be basically how when Loki was seeing all these different best of moments of Loki per se, and all that Mobius was going through, trying to get a breakthrough to him, get him to open up and be more vulnerable. Like after all that, and him going back after getting the Tesseract and realizing that basically all the Infinity Stones are useless. There's a whole drawer of Infinity Stones plus a Tesseract, and it dawned on him like, holy crap, whoever these guys are, they're powerful and they mean business. And prior to that, he was just treating them as kind of like a big joke and just wanted to do his own thing and continue on with his own plans and all that. But it was when he went back and was watching his future that he missed out on play out, like with his mom's death, him and his redemption arc with Thor and going on and seeing how he dies in the hands of Thanos, and literally just almost like hours before that he was literally doing the work for Thanos and everything. It just, and just how just all the emotion and how good of an actor Tom Hiddleston was in those moments, just receiving with all that emotion. Just, it was fantastic. It was very well done. I loved that part of the episode. That was probably one of the best parts of the episode. Just, and then when Owen Wilson's character comes in to the show itself at that point and starts talking to him, the fact that Loki now actually is opening up and being vulnerable, actually saying exactly what he means, basically that he does all the stuff that he does just to feel power, and that he doesn't actually like killing or hurting people. And that it's just really nice to see him already coming through with that redemption arc in that first episode. Some people might think that that might feel a little rushed for the first episode, and that they expected to see more of that grow throughout the episodes, but there's only 6 episodes, and well, honestly, I feel like they just wanted to get that past so they could actually uh, fully say that yes, now Loki is now part of them and is now willing to work to do something more to avoid his inevitable death. So, which I think is just pretty cool how they're playing it out. I can definitely say that the tone of the show is very, very, very well balanced, because one minute it can go from just being that like a bit of a comedy, little funny lines here and there. Honestly, that's how like Marvel and the movies have always been trying to balance out enough funny moments and stuff, just to brighten up the mood a little bit. But that doesn't always play out well in the movies. But here, I feel like it's a lot more fitting to have the show be a little more comedic. But at the same time, I do like the counterbalance of the more emotional side of things, while also in the underlayers and behind everything, it's starting to feel a little bit darker with the reveal that this character that has been taking out a lot of the TVA's troops and everything, and people, is a Loki variant themselves. Not to say themselves because it's not for sure certain, but it could be a male version of Loki. It could be the lady Loki. I think it's probably Lady Loki, but I don't want to go straight directly into that or not. But honestly, I think it would be cool that that's the one, but I could be wrong. But one thing that I did notice is that a lot of people are probably going to point out the fact that there is a moment where people were pointing out in the trailers and everything with the stained glass window of the devil saying, "Ooh, Mephisto's going to be a big thing." It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's possible that they could say something like this Loki variant that is out there, causing trouble, taking out troops and everything is Mephisto in a way. I doubt it, but they could always go out on that way. Say like maybe he was raised in the Hell Dimension or something along those lines, instead of on Asgard, from being raised by Odin and with a brother, Thor and all of that. But I don't know. I don't really want to dive too deep into that. Most likely no Mephisto. It just so happens that probably it was a helmet with like those Loki's helmet that made it look like horns and everything, and the fact that at the end, within that final scene, you see fire surrounding that Loki variant and everything. So it's probably more along the lines of like just the fact that it was that variant was wearing the helmet that resembles devil horns and uses fire in some way, shape, or form. So to kind of come off as like a devilish looking character. So that's more likely what's going on with that. honestly, other than that, I don't think there is much else I can say other than just the acting has been really good. I love the chemistry between Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. That was done very well. I don't remember all the other actors' names, like the woman that keeps tracking down Loki and put the collar thing around him and everything. I don't remember what her name was, but I felt like that there was a lot of really good talent in the show. So that's really all I have to say about Loki episode 1. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you think of the episode. And as always, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all my videos. I will be uploading a video probably for each episode for each week that it comes out. Except for 1 week, I will probably be uploading later on in the week. But other than that, click that bell to stay notified about when these videos come out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.